Have you ever wondered about the true depth of a mother's love? What sacrifices she's willing to make for her child? Today, I want to share a story with you. It's not a fairy tale, but a real, raw, and incredibly moving story that will stay with you long after this video ends. This is the story of Elena and her son, Leo. Elena was a single mother who worked tirelessly as a seamstress. Her small apartment, filled with the constant hum of her sewing machine, was also filled with immeasurable love for her son, Leo. Leo was her world, her sun, moon, and all her stars. From the moment he was born, she promised him a life better than her own, a life full of opportunities she never had. She stitched her dreams for him into every piece of fabric that passed through her hands. Leo was a bright and energetic boy, but as he started school, Elena noticed he was different. He struggled to read and write, letters jumbling on the page like spilled beads. Teachers labeled him as slow and distracted. Other children would tease him, and Leo would come home with his vibrant spirit dimmed, his eyes clouded with confusion and sadness. Seeing her son's pain was a dagger to Elena's heart, but she refused to let him be defined by these labels. Every evening after a long day of work, Elena would sit with Leo. She didn't have a fancy education, but she had something more powerful: unwavering patience and a mother's intuition. She created her own teaching methods. She turned letters into characters in a story, numbers into steps on a treasure hunt. She used colorful threads to trace the shapes of the alphabet, making learning a game, a shared adventure. Hours turned into weeks, weeks into months. There were moments of frustration, tears from both of them, but Elena never ever gave up. Her mantra was simple: "We'll try again tomorrow, my love." One afternoon, Leo came running home, waving a piece of paper in his hand. It was a drawing he had made in art class. But it wasn't just any drawing. It was a portrait of her, Elena, sitting at her sewing machine. And at the bottom, in shaky but clear letters, he had written his first full sentence: "My mom is my hero." Elena held the drawing to her chest, and tears streamed down her face. They weren't tears of sorrow, but tears of pure, unadulterated joy. It was the most beautiful masterpiece she had ever seen. As the years went by, Leo continued to blossom. With his mother's relentless support, he not only caught up with his peers but excelled. He discovered a passion for architecture, seeing the world not as jumbled letters, but as structures and designs waiting to be built. Elena worked double shifts, her fingers often sore and pricked, to save enough money for his college applications and eventually his tuition. She sold her own mother's cherished necklace, the last piece of her own history, without a second thought. For Elena, Leo's future was the only legacy that mattered. The day Leo graduated from university with honors was the proudest day of Elena's life. He stood on the stage, his cap and gown a symbol of every late night, every sacrifice, every stitch she had ever made. During his speech, he didn't talk about buildings or blueprints. He talked about a seamstress, a single mother who built his world with a needle and thread, who stitched confidence into his soul and mended his broken spirit. He held up his diploma and looked directly at his mother in the audience. "This," he said, his voice thick with emotion, "this is not mine. This belongs to my hero, my mother, Elena." The entire auditorium rose to their feet, their applause a thunderous wave of respect and admiration for the small, unassuming woman with tears of joy once again streaming down her face. Today, Leo is a renowned architect, designing beautiful and sustainable buildings that touch the sky. But he says his greatest design, his most important project, was building a new, comfortable home for his mother. He made sure it had a large, sunlit room just for her, not for sewing, but for her to relax, to read, to enjoy the life she had so selflessly given to him. The story of Elena and Leo is a powerful reminder that a mother's love is the most resilient and creative force on earth. It's a love that sees potential where others see failure, a love that sacrifices without question, and a love that builds a future one stitch, one tear, one hug at a time. It's the quiet, unseen, everyday heroism that truly shapes the world. So take a moment today. Think about the mothers, the grandmothers, the mother figures in your life. The ones who cheered for you, who believed in you when you didn't believe in yourself. Their love is a gift beyond measure. If you can, give them a call, send them a message, or just hold them in your heart and say thank you. Thank you so much for watching and for sharing this moment with me. If this story touched your heart, please give this video a like and share it with someone who needs to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that celebrate the human spirit. Until next time, take care and cherish the love around you.